He was the shadow behind the throne, the man who ruled an empire without ever spending a single night behind bars, until now. Ismael El Mayo Zambada. For decades, his name whispered through corridors of power and fear alike. Not flashy like El Chapo, not reckless like the Arellano Felix brothers, just invisible, calculating, resilient. Born January 1st, 1948, in the rugged terrain of Sinaloa, Mexico, El Mayo carved his path not with bullets, but with silence, loyalty, and cold strategy. As other cartel leaders fell, either to prison or to the grave, Zambada endured. He didn't just survive the drug war, he outlived it. For over 40 years, he was the Sinaloa Cartel's ghost commander, quietly overseeing one of the most powerful criminal enterprises on earth, smuggling tons of heroin and cocaine into major U.S. cities like Chicago, Atlanta, New York, and Los Angeles. And he did it using every method imaginable: planes, speedboats, submarines, tunnels, buses, trucks, even commercial rail. If it moved, he used it. And yet, until 2024, El Mayo had never been arrested. Not once, not even for a traffic stop. That alone should tell you something. You don't avoid handcuffs for 76 years without powerful protection or careful planning. I'd say he had both. After the fall of Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo in 1989, the Mexican drug world fractured into violent rivalries. The Tijuana Cartel went to the Arellano Felix brothers. The Juarez Cartel emerged in the north, but it was the Sinaloa Cartel, led by Zambada, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, and a handful of others that would rise above them all. In the 90s, Zambada forged key alliances with the Juarez Cartel, with Colombian traffickers, and even with corrupt officials who preferred bribes over bullets. He became the logistics mastermind, ensuring the product moved without heat. Some reports estimate he spent over $1 million per month in bribes, greasing the palms of military generals, governors, airport officials, and judges. Was it corruption, or just a system doing what it was designed to do? Either way, El Mayo played it better than anyone. In 2007, the FBI listed him on America's Most Wanted, offering a $5 million reward for any information that could lead to his capture. But El Mayo didn't hide in caves. He stayed in the open, guarded by loyalty, fear, and layers of misinformation. At one point, intelligence suggested he had undergone multiple plastic surgeries to stay unrecognizable. Nothing was confirmed. Even when El Chapo was caught, extradited, and sentenced to life in a U.S. prison, Zambada remained untouched. Many believed he was untouchable until July 25, 2024. On a private airstrip in El Paso, Texas, El Mayo Zambada was finally captured. Alongside him, Joaquin Guzman Lopez, El Chapo's son. According to federal reports, it was Guzman Lopez himself who lured Zambada there, under the guise of a real estate deal, a setup, a betrayal. Some say it was internal cartel politics. Others say it was U.S. pressure. But either way, the ghost was finally in custody. Was it loyalty that broke, or just business? In the world of cartels, even blood has a price. Zambada made his first court appearance in New York on September 13, 2024. He pleaded not guilty to charges of narcotics trafficking, weapons possession, and engaging in a criminal enterprise. But here's where it gets even messier. He requested extradition back to Mexico, not because he feared U.S. justice, but to stand trial in his own country and avoid the death penalty. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum issued a cold response. No one is defending this individual, but she did hint at an investigation into whether Zambada's handover to U.S. authorities violated Mexican law. Some legal scholars even called it treason if Mexican officials collaborated behind closed doors. Zambada is a father of 8, 4 sons, 4 daughters, and many of them, unsurprisingly, are tied to the family business. Vicente Zambada Niebla, who once served as a top lieutenant, flipped on the cartel in 2019. His testimony helped convict El Chapo. Ismael Zambada Imperial, also known as El Mayito Gordo, is currently serving time in the U.S. Serafin Zambada Ortiz was arrested in 2013, but released in 2018. 3 of his daughters, Maria Teresa, Miriam Patricia, and Monica del Rosario, have been linked to money laundering operations. Even his brother, Jesus the King Zambada, was captured and turned into a government witness. At some point, the empire became a family business, and family family, no matter how loyal, can become your greatest liability. In a tragic turn, Zambada's son-in-law died from an electrical accident in 2014, and as of 2020, former DEA agents claimed El Mayo was battling diabetes and serious health complications. El Mayo Zambada wasn't just a drug lord. He was a system, a culture, a myth, the last of the old-school capos, men who remembered when cartels still wore suits instead of Kevlar. Unlike many others, Zambada didn't flaunt wealth on social media. He didn't throw parties with singers and influencers. He kept his head low, his mouth shut, and his network tight. That's why he lasted. And now, he stands trial in the United States. The ghost is no longer invisible. But here's the real question. If El Mayo was the last one standing, what comes next? Is this justice or just the end of an era we never fully understood?